All right. Day 4 stream here, C1x development. I think we're rolling. Probably going to be another fairly quick one, hour or less. I think we'll eventually get into some longer ones when I have a little bit more time, but as of right now, I leave for Portland in the morning for the Northwest Disc Golf Championships, and I got stuff to do tonight. But wanted to get one last stream in just because I'm not going to be doing any coding while I'm traveling and playing in that tournament. Got the development list up here. Item that we discovered last time was getting all of the course variables updated, pars, distances, hole averages to be the right dimension, just because this is going to be a little bit simpler than Throw with the Pros. That's something that I'm realizing is going to take me a lot of time, and I'm not going to do that right now. We won't do that on stream. Essentially, I have to go remove brackets from all of these, update the course loading information, which I could. I could go ahead and do right now. We might tackle at least the code side of this, and I'll go update the individual files just because that's going to be really monotonous. I'm going to be annoying and eat during the stream too, so sorry for that. Hopefully it's not too loud. All right. So start at the top, loading course information. We're going to remove these brackets. Remove brackets. Those are only going to be two-dimensional. No, not me. Okay. This is good. I wonder if I can just take this off. Okay, let's try and get this adjusted here. Code is mapping as if the data is 3D, but it will only be 2D. How do I write this? Perfect. Course distances. Course hole averages. Double. Okay. Easy enough. And then we're going to take this. That should go right here. Do the same thing with these two. So once I make all these changes, if I were to just run the app, it would all crash because this is not how the file is actually structured. That's the part that's really monotonous and that I'll go change after the fact. But not much to be done about it at the moment. It might be no. Had a thought, not a good one. we'll disregard that. It's not created there. Course providers, maybe? No. Course loading. It is down here. So I need to do the same thing with this. We need to take a dimension out of it. So I'm wondering if I can just get away with just copying this. This should give me an error. But I'm thinking that, oh shoot. Once I go update the code down below, that will go away. Only one way to find out. Well, probably lots of good ways. Only one way that I'm going to find out. Double. Okay. It's fine, we'll leave that as is. Those are fine. Now let's go take these off. Okay. Okay, those are all good. We'll go remove our dimensions here. Remove a dimension from the add and edit course. Those are always only going to refer to a single course. Those can be one-dimensional, convert distances we don't need to touch. This we won't need to touch. Or no, actually. Did I already do that? I think I have it here as only a two-dimensional array. Surely that would be giving me an issue though. List integer. I think I need to take a dimension out of this. I should need to for all of them. Let's try to take that mapping here. See if we can use that same thing down here where we just created this. Yeah, perfect. Get rid of this crappy formatting too. Silly. No, dang it. Like this. Then one more, with this being a double. Haven't updated the providers yet, so those should be giving me an error. That's fine. Because I'm just fixing the formatting on. I don't like how they're spaced out. This one I'm going to have to adjust here. Annoying to go through, but needs to be done. We're getting there. All right, and we got to do the same thing here. This will probably be faster. Okay. Fix this formatting. Try to keep everything as clean as possible. I prefer everything to be on one line if it can be, as long as it's not massive. These are not big enough to require that. Okay. That'll just be me updating the providers. So that should be mostly good. This is where things are going to change. Here I'll have to remove a dimension from all of these. From, not all of them, I should say, just from pars, distances, and whole averages. All right, pars is done. Distances is done. Okay, so those should be good. We did get rid of all the errors then in this file after updating those. We do now have errors in these files, which makes sense. Is less than course press. Low and high was for different pins, which we're not going to have. So this is instead, we're going to get rid of low and high. Make things real easy here. Our total par count and total distance count. That'll give me all the errors where those exist. Total par count, total distance count. We get rid of these lines because we're not accounting for different pin positions. Total par count, total distance count. Let's get rid of this line. Let's get rid of this line. And then this is just equal to that. We're not reducing it because it's not an array with multiple pin positions. And is going to help us simplify a lot of this code too. So basically in Throw at the Pros, I was accounting for, I was displaying a range. If a hole had multiple pin positions with different distances or pars, I would display both of them. So there was a low and a high. But in C1x, I'm not going to do multiple pin positions. It's basically, it's just for stat keeping. I don't need to account for AI performance on different pin positions. So I can get rid of a lot of code because this was all originally copied over from Throw at the Pros. All right, sorry for that. We're done eating. Do the same thing here with the distance. Right there, I think. Total distance count. Perfect. And now join. For each hole. Excuse me. Yeah, I can just do this. Well, that error was existing anyways. So here I can get rid of it. Oh, this is itself a function, I see. So I did miss that on this convert distances. I do need to update that function. Int single distance, convert single distances, plural. Is that on this one? It is. Okay. There's a list of is course loading called here? It is. So this can maybe just be that original. Convert distance, convert single distance. Convert single distance. And then here, maybe we just get rid of this. Like so. And get rid of that. Okay. So that gets rid of all the errors in that file. Edit courses has a lot. Has a whole lot. Okay. Alright, so for each hole and then for each pin position on that hole, which I will obviously remove that. Selected par, integers, actual par values, strings, ends, averages, doubles. So pin counts we'll get rid of. Selected par, integers. Well, let's actually leave that for a second. Selected par ends is equal to list integer. So this should just be this. This. Oh. Okay. That's good. Do the same thing here, removing dimensions. Edit course, new data. Edit course data, is that? That's not a structure created down here. That was definitely one that I created in this. Edit course data, I did adjust the dimensions there. Course pars. Selected par integers as just a single string. Huh. So I think I can do this. Hole is equal to 0. And we're They're actually all the same, aren't they? No, not quite. What am I using those for down here? Update this. So this whole thing is for the number of pens. So we can get rid of that. And we can get rid of this row. Yeah. All right, selected par ints. Whole. Do that. This is all stuff I'm gonna have to go test after the fact, but we're gonna hope that I'm at least going in the right direction right now. No longer have pen positions, so all of that can go away. That's a function change that needs to happen. Yeah. Okay. And we need that same mapping. Map this to a double. One too many parentheses there. All right, now everything else is back up above. So what did I actually use those for? That's a list integer. That's a list whole. But clearly it is. Right, what am I calling their new course pars? It's just a single, a one-dimensional array. So I'm referring to an instance here, so this should be an integer. Oh. See the brackets. Yeah, there we go. Okay. For each one I should be adding. So this actually, I think, can just replace all of this. We'll find out if it crashes. That's something that I'll figure out in testing. But yeah. All right, and then lastly, global courses. So this is going to be the same thing. Total par count, total distance count. And then we just come deal with all the issues here. and we're not reducing. Okay. Next, and this is where we just replace all of this code here. Total par count. Okay, same thing with the distance. Okay, and then we shouldn't be joining here. Course pressed. Okay. Then we come down here, add to global list. This one I need to map again, okay. Come back up to our map function, wherever it is, right here. Adjust these. Make this double. And we're good. So I think we've adjusted all of the code. I think. Could definitely be wrong. My hope now is that we would just need to go to this file and update the actual structure. So I'm going to add a note in here just so. I think this is mostly done. Just need to reduce dimensions for par, distance, and averages in the actual course JSON files. So leave that one open for now, but I think we did a lot of it there. Now we'll keep rolling to new stuff. We got all the errors cleared. Well, no, we didn't. Disregard. We got one more here. Course selected if selection is not equal to -1. Scoring information, whole pars is equal to course scoring information. Yeah. So this one I do have to adjust just because if I don't, I won't be able to run the app to test the other features that I want to add here. Almost there. Okay, and now no error on this. Great. All right. So now we got the simulator open. Let's go ahead and start running it. Was I already running? I may have already been running. We're going to relaunch it regardless. But the first thing on our list is going to be adding in a search bar to that all rounds view that we built out. Wait for that to load. And I will go, oh, it is going to crash. So it's crashing just because I didn't update those actual files. Oh. I wonder if that's something I can give to ChatGPT. Let's try it real quick. Let's try it. Because if it can remove those brackets for me, looks good. Now the real test, can it do that for this whole list? This might be too many lines of code. Too long. Maybe sections at a time. How about 200 lines of code? Is that? That was a lot of code that I just submitted. How about that? Is that too much? No, it's not. Nice. It's going to take a second to load, but that will save me some time here. Oh. Definitely just missed a whole bunch of them. It'll do it for each individual course. But that's it. So I can at least do these 6. Okay. Go 2 courses at a time. Oh, good Lord. There we go. This is really slow. I'm just feeding these to ChatGPT just to remove the dimension, so I'm not going through and individually deleting the brackets. It is silly, but it is. Maybe I can do 3 at a time to speed it up a bit. This is obviously going to work. I don't know if this is worthwhile to just do on stream the whole time. We can go ahead and code in the search bar, and then I can do that off stream. I'll copy another 3 just so ChatGPT has something to work on. And then let's go to our global course list. And we're going to grab that search bar. So I need this function. And so we're adding a search bar right now to our all rounds display, which is not going to, well, yeah, it's not going to work because the app crashed. All rounds, we're going to add this in down here. Let's go pull those variables just like we have them from the global course list. Right here. So filtered items here is going to be, what did I want it to be searchable by? Course? By course. So I might actually need to initiate those down here because I'm not going to build out new variables for them. Filtered items is equal to round courses. Filtered locations, I'm not going to search for it right now. What else would I want it to be searchable by though? Probably dates. Filtered dates is equal to round dates. Okay. Undefined though. Yeah. Okay. So I wonder if instead I can do something like this. Filtered items equal to list filled. String can't be assigned. parameter type int. Oh, length. Duh. We'll go 1, that. And then I'll set it equal to this. Filtered items is equal to round courses. There we go. Okay, and then let's do the same thing for dates. Filtered dates is equal to list filled, and then we'll set it equal to it down here. And then this can stay up top. Just because I'm not initiating the list of round courses until further down. Okay, so that should meet what I'm going for there, and then this can be filtered dates. This is going to be, how do I, round course and round date. So let's go to all rounds. This can be round course, round date, round course, round date, round date. I think that's what I have in mind. Let's go back to our global courses then. And below this, we have our search. So let's try just copying and pasting that to all rounds. Okay, no errors. So that should be our search bar. I will leave that until oh my gosh. Probably the stupidest conversation I've had with ChatGPT. It's royally screwing these up. Have to correct it. This does have me nervous that it's not going to give me all the right information. I think it's accurate. Does it look the same? Yes. Okay. Let's try giving it another 3. All right. So I think this is mostly done, but until I'm actually done getting all of the new course information in, I can't run the app to test it. There are ways I could get around it, but I don't want to do that. Now it's messing up the formatting too. Oh man, I mean, still way faster than me doing it myself, but well, it is getting faster at it at least. Okay. Copy and paste it. I know I said I wasn't going to do it here, but it's annoying me. All right, so we'll leave that on there until I can verify it. Next was this stats view. Non-functional stats view. Okay, so this one is just going to be this all stats. I right now will copy our code from the all rounds view. The start of this is going to be similar. I don't need a search feature, so I'll go ahead and remove that. Let's go all stats. Copy and paste this around. All stats state. Copy. Don't need these items. Don't need those. And then we'll come change this to the right view. Let's get rid of our search bar that we had in all rounds just then. Expanded list view, I'm fine keeping that as is for the moment. Yeah, that's good. We can change what the view is later. Right now it's still going to show all the rounds just because I'm not changing the content yet. But let's go add our imports here so we can navigate to that new file. Package C1x all stats. Okay. Const all stats name. Let's go ahead and get these 3 courses in, get it working on another 3. Trying to multitask here, which I'm sure is not the best, but it's what we're doing. Started with river bottoms there. Copy paste. I wonder if I can ask ChatGPT to go back through its comments and verify that the information matches. I thought. These are all the courses in the global list. I'm about 1/3 of the way through them right now. All right, so now back to our main view. We added the name in here. We need to add all stats down here. All stats, yep. That's perfect. Let's go ahead and save that. And then I already have an all stats button on the main menu. Where's it at? All rounds, courses, stats button up there. All right, so then here we'll take this, and this will be all stats name. So now we have the button on the main menu. It will navigate to that new view. And then I wanted to add a toggle. So right now, I don't have a toggle currently in this code. Let's go over to Throw It to Pros. I'll grab one from there. Settings. I've got my code for Throw It to Pros pulled up in another view. Just for easy navigating. We'll go ahead and copy these over. Park, Olympus. All right, back to looking for a toggle. Text field, button, text. There we go. No, it wasn't a toggle that I wanted. This was a segmented picker. Not a toggle yet. Toggle is coming in the next task. So, just for, because I can, I'll go ahead and show. Since I've already got it pulled up, I'll go ahead and pull this code through. All stats. Once I copy this in, we might call it for the day. Just go ahead and copy the toggle in here. Like so. We can delete all of that for the time being. And I do need that import here for the toggle. Let's take this real quick. Work call. It's late. All right. This initial index, let's just call that 0 right now, just so we don't have the error. Ooh, it doesn't like something here. Row. Oh, that's fitting inside of the column. toggle switch there. Okay, so we want to get rid of this because I did not copy the row. Yeah. There we go. All right, so we got the toggle switch, but what I wanted was the picker. Let's go ahead and grab another 3 courses here. Global list, these 3. Champions Landing through Bad Rock Creek. Tab those out. Fix these. Add our comma here. Get started on another 3. All right, and segmented picker, so that'll be something like what we have in the tournament setup. And throw it to pros. Yeah, so something like this. Not that one, this one. Let's try and copy this over. This can be, it'll probably sit above this. We'll delete everything inside of the set state because we're not going to worry about changing that right now. We're not going to have anything disabled. The children we will eventually have to update, but I think this is just this import. We'll find out though, right? Yeah. So that is the right import. Group value, we'll make that 0. And then let's create a, so what was that called? Possible divisions. So it's going to look like this structure. And this can be possible, or possible, we'll just call it time frames actually. Time frames, so this can be 5 rounds, 20 rounds, all time. Let's leave it as that actually. Time frames. Okay. So that should be our picker for that. So I want to give the user the ability to select whether they want to view their stats over the last 5 rounds, last 20 rounds, or all time. That'll be a thing that they can select, and it'll adjust the stats that are displayed. Not working right now, but getting the general structure in. We'll go back to the 3 here. I wonder why that didn't work. Doesn't want to tab again, and I don't know why. Weird. Does already have the comma though. Why, I'm not sure. Okay. Keep it going. I can probably do 6 again. I should have been doing this the whole time, I'm sure. Okay. Now I have the picker. And then add a toggle for showing stats and percentage versus total. So I will continue to leave all of these up until we can go verify. All right, did this do all of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like that worked. Probably won't push it past 6. I don't think that would work out well. It included, how many was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are formatted properly at least. Save me some time. All right, let's keep doing that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Removing a dimension from those 3. Okay, I need to go stop this running because those are annoying me. Yeah. All right, so I think we've added those. Adding displays for every stat in a scrollable list. So I already have the list built out. And then it's just going to be displaying every single one of those stats. I could just calculate that in an array to make the display simpler, which is probably what I will do. How did I decide I was doing this in the last string? I wrote it down somewhere. Scoring information? No. Stat keeping? I don't think so yet. Round statistics. Each stat to hold a number per round solely for all stats view. So it does look like I was structuring this to be calculated at the start. Solely for this view, so I would be calculating them all. So I would already have number of fairway hits for each round. So then in my new file for displaying that, I should just be able to take that variable in. Which should make things easier. That is going to be tough though with them all having a bunch of different variable types. That might change my opinion on them. Think about that one for a sec here. Copy and paste these in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right here. Perfect. Keep going. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So maybe they are just a individual text block for each one. And then I can just call a function. So what I'll probably end up doing is on the stat keeping, I'll use, let's rename this. We'll call it all stat calculations. Let's make stats plural there. And then I will create a function here for each stat. for the display. Keep going on the global list here. Where did I start with? Up here. Status 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do our formatting. Oh, I missed one thing. Add a comma. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Getting close to being done here though. So each of these, it's not going to let me sort that out. So then I guess the question is actually, because I do already have this set up somewhat, under round statistics. Calculations. I'm going to copy those. Statistics, grab that import. And then I need a function for each of those. All right. Copy and paste here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to wild horse. Oh. Seemed like I got that one right. Gotta update the formatting manually. Comma. 3, 4, 5, 6. ChatGPT is saving me quite a bit here. 3, 4, 5, 6. So for fairway hits, I'm going to have a number. Is this fairway hit rate? How am I displaying it? It's going to be both. I'm going to display a total number and could be a total number or a percentage. So how do I want that function to look? That's what I'm trying to think about. It's either going to return a total or a number out of a total, or it's going to return a percentage. I probably should just have it show both. I don't necessarily want the user to have to toggle. So I'm thinking for the time being, I'm actually going to come in here. We're going to remove this note on the toggle because I don't think I necessarily want it. And then I want these to just return a string. So they're going to return a string. Fairway hit calculation. I need to take in number of holes, which is going to be number of holes lots to think about. I'm overthinking it because the calculations are really pretty simple, but I'm trying to come up with the most efficient way to do some of those calculations, and I don't know if I need to go quite as in depth. I'd like to get it right the first time though, you know. Perfect, that one is right. Add our comma in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm thinking like I create a new function to calculate just the total number of holes. I do that once. That makes way more sense. But then I need to update it every time the user changes the time frame, which then to me just seems like it should be within the function. That's how we're going to leave it for now. If I want to change it later, we can. Number of holes, list, fairway hits. That's it, fairway hits, and then I need a percentage, which I can calculate manually. So yeah. So I think they're all going to kind of look like that. Copy and paste this because I do think I'm close here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. All right, last one here. And then the real test will be seeing whether or not the file loads after I do that, right? So I'll build out one of these because a lot of them are going to have a similar structure. Var total number of holes equals 0. Exactly that. Var total number of fairway hits equals. So here's where I should just have a int calculate total number of array. Just int array like so. And then here we can just do a calculate total number of array number of holes. That's going to be quite nice. Calculate total number of array fairway hits. Nice. All right, and then let's just do a double calculate percentage, numerator, denominator, yep. I don't like that those are var double numerator, var double denominator, yes. Times 100. How do I truncate this to? Truncate to 2 to 1 decimal place. Does that actually work? Var double is equal to 100. Initial double. Initial double. What if that works? And then var percentage is equal to calculate percentage, number of fairway hits, number of holes. Output is equal to total number of fairway hits dash total number of holes, and then I want percentage to be in parentheses. Yeah. Is there any way to simplify that further? I probably don't need to do this. You can probably just say final output. Remove a line of code there at least. I can probably actually make this one line of code, huh? I am probably creating unnecessary variables. This would be nice. And then I can get rid of all of these. Well, maybe I get rid of percentage, just so I don't have to fill these with functions as well. That is valid. Okay. So that one we'll get rid of. This one we'll keep as this. Oops, wrong one. Total number of holes. Total number of fairway hits. Okay. A little bit shorter. Maybe we just add return here. I think that's pretty succinct. You can call that good. I'll copy and paste these at the bottom. Let's just create a new file here, actually just called calculations start. I'm going to add those in here, and then we're just going to add an import package. No. Stat keeping general math calculations. Ta-da. All right, let's go and copy those last 6 over. Global list. Paste. Should be good to go. Now, moment of truth. I'm sure it'll end up crashing one way or another. Well, this is definitely going to crash. Let's just comment that out for the moment. Okay. And then let's open up main and let's run it. And we'll see what happens. Try and delete some of these files that I don't think I need open at the moment. Although I probably do one way or another. Don't think we need that one. Once this loads, we'll go test a couple of those features and then we'll probably call it good. We can continue the stat calculations. I'm actually going more in depth than I intended to here. This was just supposed to be displays. So, but we'll do a quick test, make sure that these two things are in there. If the course loading works, I guess, then we can check this one off too. And not quite. Course pars, this is personal list. Did I update personal list? I did. But the error was in, where was the error at? Course loading, course pars, course. Is equal to course data, course pars. Is this one too many here? Let's try this on this line of code. Get the following error. Give me the updated cast here. Wants me to print it. Interesting. Okay, we can try it. Course data, course pars. All right, let's try a restart here. We'll see if I get that same thing. There we go. It is still loading like that. That's interesting. Okay, so I'm definitely missing the boat on something. Is equal to personal. Oh, well, no, I'm not. For each course. It's equal to course info decoded personal. Course data is equal to personal courses 0. It should still be outputting that. But it's putting them into there. It's putting each one into a list. seems it's 2D array at the error, not 1D like the JSON file. Alright, so let's go back to course loading then, and we'll copy all of this. See what it has to say here. Okay. Try this. I don't know if that actually did anything. Let's try to just stop and run it again. We'll see what that gives me. If it doesn't work this time, it's not an easy fix, and we'll probably call it, and then we can continue this in the next one. Did make some solid progress on a handful of items. Pretty good grasp on how things are going to continue. But got a few initial hurdles like this to get through first. Yeah, so still getting that error. Let's try one more time. I think my copy stopped working again. God, it's worse, and it won't even let me right click there. I don't understand. Personal courses is equal to personal list. Single list like so. Course data is equal to personal courses course. It should just be this one, so it should be equal to that. Course parse.add just a list, right? Do I even need to map it to this extent? That is how it should be defined. It is a 2D array. It is empty to start. Maybe this was where my issue was. Let's see if I get the error now with the distances. Work for me. Dang it, it's still crashing on that one. I do not understand. I don't get it. Oh, frustrating. No, I don't think so. We're doing all the debugging here. Silly. That output is crazy. Is there some issue with the formatting? Tell me that's not the case. Hold on. Are the spaces screwing it up? I mean, if that's what it is, I'm gonna lose it. Because then that means I get to go edit that all in the global list. What's going on here? Did it work or did it not work? I'm confused. No. Definitely wasn't the issue. How the hell was this working? This is crazy. This works just fine. Is it just that? Have ChatGPT's guidance to date just been terrible? Is that what this is? Where was I doing this at? Course loading. Let's just try this. Course parse dot add let's add my parentheses, and then from course data, course parse. Let's comment this out and see what happens there. What is this error? Array patch. But it's not gonna, what, it's not working? Like what's, I don't even know what that means. Oh my gosh. Wow. I'm not resetting the file. I've been troubleshooting this issue the whole time, and it's not even the right file. Let's try that. And then let's go back to this. Let me comment this out, uncomment that out. Let's try it one more time. I was still going off the old course information. So it was parsing the old file, not the new one. That's pretty rough. I found that I do that quite a bit. Let's see. And it's working. Wow. Now we're getting new errors, but at least the app is loading, so. All right. We will call it there for today. That's enough issues. I'll probably tackle this new little bug here offline, and then we can pick back up where we left off in about a week or so. So thanks anybody who finds this after the fact.